Hey, y'all, it's Krystal Hunsucker. Happy Magnanimous Monday, and welcome to your $1 Million Message. Well, we are coming to the end of the last quarter of the seminar year, and I have no doubt that you are going to spend the next 24 and a half hours, whatever that looks like, and do everything you can to make sure that you finish the seminar year strong and be a star consultant. But make sure you're running to the finish line. Don't just walk, but run. And, as we're running to the finish line, I just want to share a quick story with you guys, and I apologize if I sound exhausted. I am, and I have a long story to go with it, but tonight is not the night to share it. So a lot of life has gone on in the Hunsucker house this last week. But I just finished a Bible book study, and it was really powerful, and the author was sharing this story about how she was telling her sons that she was going to take them to Disneyland, and it was this exciting, fun excursion. It was one of her children's birthdays, and so they were doing this big event of going to Disneyland to celebrate one of her kids. And so she was telling them in advance so that they could work and earn money to go to Disneyland. And so her oldest son was so pumped about it. And he would do all these different things. And by the end of it, when it was all said and done, he had earned $14. Well, so they're in the car on their way to Disneyland. And basically, the other little boy, who it's his birthday, opens up a card from his grandparents, and a $20 bill falls out. And the minute that the money fell out of the envelope, the little boy, it was like he was on The Price is Right. I mean, he's like, oh my gosh, I have $20 to spend, this whole thing. And was so pumped. And the other little boy went into complete distress. And all of a sudden, his eyes just filled up with tears because he had worked so hard for his $14. And his mom looked at him and said, does that make you sad? And immediately the little boy just started crying, and he let out a huge scream because he had worked so hard for his $14, and now his brother instantly, in an instant, had $20. And so basically the moral of this story is that we have to know that, especially at the end of this Mary Kay season, right? I mean, we're at the end of this year, and there are a lot of things going on. There's a lot of people winning big. There's a lot of people not winning. There are a lot of people making dreams happen. There's some people that are just making life happen. You know what I mean? It just depends on what season you're in. And the bottom line is that this little boy was just totally distraught that he worked so hard for these $14, but then it looked like somebody else was just handed over something, that it was just given. And what she said, she felt like God spoke to her is, hey, you act like that sometimes, and you're not going to go without. And have you ever felt that way? You've had a $14 day instead of a $20 miracle, and all of your needs are going to be well taken care of. And you are not going to go without. Trust me. Trust God. And so I just want to read a little bit of this because I just thought it was so powerful. It was kind of life-changing for me, just to be really honest with you. So what she said was most of our spiritual lives and spiritual battles look like $14 days. We're just doing life. We work hard, and we remain diligent, and we reap a reward. And God will be faithful to us, but we still have to do our part. And you can take every thought captive. You can surrender your will. You can even get down to the feet of Jesus, letting God have the final vote. But we have to trust God when we can't see where we are going. And we have to call the enemy out constantly on what he's doing and keep him under our feet. But every once in a while, God in his miraculous power will give us a $20 moment. We'll receive an immediate supernatural healing. We'll experience a breakthrough from an addiction that never returns. The money will come in the mail even though we had no way of earning it. God will give us a $20 moment when we least expect it and have no way of earning it, a $20 miracle. And so, we may be going through our $14 days wondering what we're doing wrong. And y'all, I got to tell you, I got to be completely honest. After this week, I literally felt like this. I felt like, okay, God, I feel like I have laid it all out. I am doing all the things. What am I doing wrong? I'm just being honest with you guys. And it's the thing is it's not that we're not receiving any compensation. Our typical days just aren't as flashy and miraculous as someone else's. Aha. Have you found yourself comparing to someone else's, where they are at in their life and what they have going on? And, we don't know the struggle, the bloody knees, the heartache, the no's, we don't know all the things that maybe somebody, if you're a sales director and you're watching somebody work on finishing million and you're like, wow, it's so easy. Well, we don't know. We don't know what their story is. And their momentum moment and their $20 miracle right now, you can't compare that to the $14 day we're having right now, And so realizing that it's not our job to judge if somebody deserves his or her $20 moment is going to be critical to our own satisfaction. So it's our responsibility to celebrate and stay diligent in our $14 days. And that no matter what, God is still generous. And God is the same with us. We don't deserve as much as he is willing and wants to give us. And we only get distracted or feel cheated when we look at what others have received. So I want to tell you, as we are in the end of this seminar year, don't do it. Don't get into comparison. It will drain you of your strength and your resolve. And so the thing is every victory you've experienced can be traced to a moment of a whole lot of hustle and a whole lot of heart. But your effort doesn't diminish in value, and everyday battles are worthy and courageous because your $20 moment might be right around the corner. So you guys, as we battle out the end of this year, whatever the end of your year looks like, mine looks very different than last year for a lot of different reasons. But the bottom line is right now I feel like I'm walking out a whole lot of $14 days. And if I start getting caught up and comparing it with some of my girlfriends' $20 miracles, it's going to make me feel pretty bad. It's going to make me question God. It's going to make me question myself when ultimately, when the day is said and done, I am right where I'm supposed to be. So my friends, I want to call you this end of the year to be diligent, to work with all of your heart, to not give up, and to keep having faith. And by all means, do not fall in to the lies of comparison. You have what it takes. You have everything you need. Go for it. I love you guys, and I hope this inspired you this Monday as you finish STAR and you finish the seminar year. Raise your hands in the air so I can bless you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you. May you know that if God is for you, who can be against you? With God on your side, whom shall you fear? May you be like a tree that is planted by rivers of living water, that your leaf will not wither, and whatsoever you do, say it with me, it shall prosper. Have a magnanimous Monday. Bye.